King James, the author of Confusion. Mix Impure with Impure by Trey Knowles. King James was not a man of God, but a deceiver. He immersed himself in medieval philosophy, metaphysics, and occult thought, seeking power and influence over realms beyond human understanding in order to control the world under his authority. He took what was holy, distorted it, and polluted it. He altered the image of God and replaced it with his own likeness and ideology. He persecuted the children of God and presented them with a version of the Bible that, in my view, was corrupted, designed to place them under spiritual and political control for the sake of his kingdom. His influence over the world, I argue, resembles a kind of mass hypnosis, similar to modern concepts like quantum physics hypnosis, a technique that blends traditional hypnosis with ideas from quantum theory to produce deep psychological experiences. In this way, you see his rule as shaping perception and directing belief on a global scale. I believe his kingdom, along with ruling powers in Europe, orchestrated systems that influenced and controlled populations through imposed religious imagery and doctrine, taking what was pure and making it impure. I ask, for those who claim to know God's character, do those who claim to be Christians who rule as Christians and conquer in blood, murder and cruelty and behave like beasts, do this reflect his nature? If you study their history, what do you see? Many attend their schools and live under their authority. Many sit in their churches and are discouraged from questioning or reasoning. Do they truly know the character of Yeshua? If they did, the character of Yahweh would be evident in their actions. Their own churches say they cannot be holy, they cannot stop sinning until Yahweh comes back. This is a lie. For everyone who loves God lives in the Spirit of God by keeping his commands. Whoever desires to be a disciple of Yeshua must follow him, walking as he walked and obeying the commands of the Father in heaven. I argue that King James mixed sacred scripture with impure elements, becoming, in my words, an author of confusion. Meanwhile, I believe that European powers, including royal families, colonized and oppressed God's people, reducing them to subjugation and placing them under ideological control. This, I suggest, is why Yeshua said he came in his Father's name so that people might have life. Yet those who claim his name while acting in ways that steal, kill, and destroy do not reflect the Father as it is written. You will know them by their fruits. I conclude that what was created was an illusion, so vast and pervasive that many cannot perceive it for what it is. Based on King James's book Daemonologie, the evidence suggests that he understood the power of spirit influence and used it to shape and control public belief. In my view, this demonstrates a deliberate attempt to mislead and manipulate the masses, especially those who sought to follow God. I argue that through his writings and authority, King James became, in effect, an author of confusion, blending fear, superstition, and religious doctrine in ways that obscured truth rather than clarified it. By what I describe as a spell of influence and control, nations were led astray. As it is written, by your sorcery all the nations were deceived. In her was found the blood of prophets and of God's holy people, of all who have been slaughtered on the earth. Now it is time to wait for your judgment to appear. For I never knew you. You do not come in my Father's name. Sincerely, Trey Knowles.